Hello everyone, I hope you can hear me. I hope the music is not too loud. Actually, let me turn it down a tiny bit. So, since we are talking about if you should go live as an artist in YouTube or not, I thought I should do a live to talk about it. So here we go. I'm working on this painting. You can just see this part, but I want to work on this part while I talk. So that's what we have zoomed in here, but I have to make my colors first. So let's go for it. So it's no secret that to be successful in YouTube, you have to be consistent. That's what they tell you all the time. And as an artist, some paintings take a long time. And if you don't want to create basically like paintings that are not your style or they're small and easier just because of the sake of content, because with reels and TikTok and everything is like everything is pushing or encouraging to make fast fun stuff, but maybe your style, like it is in my case, is to paint big meaningful pieces that take time on, like it's not the same level of like entertainment in a 2-second video. And if like consistency is to have 1 to 2 YouTube videos a week and your paintings take a month, then you might feel like it's an impossible goal. And I've been struggling with that. So that's one of the things where live videos come up handy, because I'm assuming you do show the consistency in making your work. You show up to your studio every day, or at least close to that, and you're going to have a painting session anyways. You just don't know how to create content out of it. Well, maybe going live during your painting session is precisely the way you can stay consistent and make the amount of content the algorithms ask from you. So that's one point where I would definitely say yes. And if you can provide some value during the live, that would definitely work even better. Because like everything that works, every art that works, every video creation, anything that becomes popular and people want to see is because it's providing value of some sort. So a live painting might be hard to keep people watching it and to get the engagement you want, because it might not be providing as much value as people want, unless your painting process is really entertaining. Like you work in a way where your strokes, or you use a palette knife or something, like, I don't know, maybe you do the pouring thing. Like, there's processes that are way more like active and fun, and maybe you don't have to add anything. But maybe you can do it like in a more calm way. Like if your painting process is more slow and chill, maybe if you put music or an ambience, like you put a candle and some lighting and some chill music, you can make it like a cozy thing for people to have along while they do something else. Or you can make it a tutorial where you explain every step of the way. Or make coffee. Or you can make it like a podcast while I don't know. Those are ways where you can provide extra value while you're making your live. Even though it's not like a finished painting and it's just streaming your process, you can add some value to it for it to be more meaningful and for it to do well on YouTube, which is what we're talking about, right? So yeah. By the way, I use this, that it's a solvent-free fluid. I'm very concerned about my health, or aware. I mean, I don't know if concerned is the word, but I have gone through some shit with my health, and oil painting process can be toxic if you don't do things like using a solvent-free mix in thingy. So yeah, well, let's paint, shall we? And this is a sketch that I was doing on. I'm gonna pull in my iPad the sketch that I have for the painting, but this was a sketch that I was working on yesterday. I'm considering inking it. I was just bored because I was waiting for my computer to download some files. Speaking out YouTube, it was to edit a video, but I might go into ink it and see what happens. It's been a while since I draw something just to draw and from live. I don't know. My iPad is not working. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay, so I have to mix these colors first. Maybe I should have done that before going live. I'm sorry. I'm pretty new to this, so I'll improve the things over time. By the way, if you are new to YouTube and lives is something you're considering in, and you feel like lives are very hard because you need, like, I don't know, a camera that connects to your computer, that connects to who knows what for the streaming to work, and perfect Wi-Fi and all of these, I would suggest you to start without worrying about those things. I am now recording with my phone, and I have like a $15 Amazon microphone, and I don't even know if you can hear me because maybe the music is too loud. I hope you can hear me. I hope it's working. But my point is, I started, and I encourage you to do the same, to just start. Okay, so I mixed in this pink, which is supposed to resemble that pink, and now I can start. So this part is very slow actually, because I'm trying to paint around the letters here. So this pink is too dark. It's almost the same value that the purple that I have up here, and the purple that there is supposed to be the shadows. So I need to add some more white to it. Here's my palette, paper palette. I need to buy a new one, but yeah, I'm gonna add maybe even some of these. Yeah. There we go. Now it's too light. Now I need more of the magenta color. A little bit more of the magenta, just a tiny bit more. Is that the color? Yeah, there we go. And now I need to add some more of this fluid, because since I'm doing details, I normally don't use any mediums, but since I'm doing these details around the letters, I need it to flow like nicely, so I don't go over the letters and details too much, just for this part of the painting. I honestly didn't know how to do it other way, and this is the way I approached it. So I put classical music for you. How do you feel about it? All right. So yeah, one thing about definitely going live is a good idea is that I would 100% suggest you not to sacrifice your work, what you enjoy doing, or doing work that takes time because you want to be successful with it, which I'm not against, and I'm all about it, but that you end up sacrificing the work because of it. And I think that's where lives come in very handy, because then you can stay consistent and you can make content for your work to be discovered, and you can, without having to, make things that take a shorter period of time for you to be able to do that. Even with the reels, you can make a reel of a piece of the process and show where did it get you so far, and you don't have to, or the shorts and TikTok and all those short videos, So don't rush it, don't sacrifice your work, don't ever sacrifice your work. It's not worth it, in my opinion. Because even if you blow up, if one video, for example, you do a video and it blows up and it goes viral and all those things that we all want, with a painting that you did that is not really your style, but you could do it in less time, and you thought it was gonna blow up, and it did, yay! And then you are known for this thing that is not your real work, and then you have to keep doing that to keep feeding the thing that made you go quote unquote famous. I'd rather not. And I also feel like there's definitely an audience growing for the short videos, yes, 100%. But also there's an audience growing for podcasts, streaming, Twitch is growing. So there's also a growing thing for long format content that basically is more like company or something you do while you do something than it is to sit and watch, or And I think that's where artists and lives come in. It's even a form of meditation, because I have watched some lives, just live painting, painting in real time, because it doesn't have to be live when I watch it anymore, but painting in real time with music that I enjoy. And it's a really it's a very good way of calming down, of meditating, of being off your mind, but without being in other situation or thoughts. It's just calming, and you are paying attention to something else. It's like staring at a candle when you're meditating, I think it's like when you put ambience in YouTube. I don't know if you have done that. I have tinnitus, or tinnitus, however you call it. So I can't do silence, so I'm always listening to something. And sometimes I don't want to be listening to something engaging, not even music. And I put ambience, and I have these beautiful images or little animations that that aren't super engaging or entertaining. They're just there. And it's great to have them around. I keep doing stuff and looking at it while I do something else, and it's awesome. I think that's where live art comes in too, or real-time art. I have to be a little bit silent in this part because I need to concentrate so I don't paint over. It's like when you were a kid, don't paint over the lines or out of the lines. I never had that, but I've heard about it. Yet another reason you should go live as an artist, it's monetization. So monetization, if you keep people engaged, you get monetized more if you get them engaged for longer. So if you have a process that you can share and it's engaging and it works, then even if it's less people, you will get more money because it will be more time, and there's more time to put ads in between, and you're paid by the minute viewed, if I'm correct. So in lives, since they take way longer, then you have the opportunity to make more money. So there you have yet another reason why, yes, you should do it. Also, you're already painting, you're already doing it. It doesn't make any difference to do it live or not, other than setting a tripod. So why not? I'm all about, like, I don't know if multitasking, but like making the most out of what you already do. So if you're already doing it, why not make it into something more than what it already is? Another point of why yes is because, like, there's nothing like watching something in real time when it comes to art to really learn how it's done. And speaking from a self-taught artist, since I never studied art in college or anywhere. I had a painting class in college, one that was like an observational painting. So I got some practice out of it, not really class or instructions. But yeah, there's nothing like watching someone paint or draw or whatever your format is, your art genre and craft is. There's nothing like watching it in real time to really, really learn their ways. So if you're interested in teaching and helping fellow artists understand your process for real, then it's very generous to do lives and let them see the real process in real time and really take it in, and being able even to follow along if that's what they want, but like also really pay attention and understand. I wonder if this is too far away for the live to even make any sense. But yeah, for example, this week I was wondering what to do because I decided that I'm gonna take YouTube seriously, and for that I decided that I'm going to publish a video every week before Sunday or Sunday, but like there has to be a video every week. And I was suffering because I haven't filmed the art that I did before that decision. I didn't film it, so I don't have work to show there. And this one is not finished, and I couldn't finish it that quickly, and if I did, I was going to ruin it probably and not enjoy it mostly, which is very important since that's the whole point of doing what you're passionate about. So I really didn't know what to do, and then I was like, I'm gonna sit to paint anyways. Why wouldn't I create a video out of what I'm already doing. I am going to make a video of this painting when it's finished. I actually have my camera filming this on top of my phone, so I will have the footage to create a... I moved it. Oops, didn't mean to. So I'm gonna have the footage to make a finished video too, where I'm going to explain the meaning, and it's going to be in time-lapse mode, and you know, the classic video. But why not, in the meantime, use my process to create more content? Let me know how you feel about this. Ooh. If you agree with me. And you don't have to film all your processes every time you sit to make art, of course not. Or maybe once a week, since we're talking about the algorithm. And that's the magic number that they seem to repeat everywhere, that at least once a week. So there you go, once a week you can film your process. Sit to paint. I keep saying paint, but please fill the blank with whatever your craft is. Actually, I do draw too, so I don't know why, but it's probably because I'm painting right now. It's hard to get my head out of it. But yeah, even now that I'm talking about it, I even saw, because I'm a writer too. I actually published a book and I love writing. And I remember thinking like, well, that's a very hard genre to make YouTube about, like everything video. And I remember seeing this girl, this author writer that I followed, who has a very successful YouTube channel that I wish I would remember right now so I could tell you which one it is. But yeah, she published a lot of books. Her speed was incredible, and she also made all these videos about like how to write, how to publish your book, and like mostly advice. But she would do these things to keep people accountable, and also company, where she would do lives of writing. Like, let's sit to write for 3 hours live. And that would be a live of her looking at her computer. You wouldn't even see her. You would see her computer. The camera was facing the computer. She would be writing. And I thought that was awesome. And there were plenty of people looking at it. They were probably writing too, but it feels nice for some people to do it with someone. And it also keeps them motivated and accountable, because then they look up and they see that she's still writing. So then it encourages them to keep writing too, you know? And so it can be even that simple. Like maybe your art lives are just to make company to other artists who want to keep accountable and want to also make art, and then they would sit to do it with you, and every time they look up, you're still doing it. So you don't even have to speak, you don't have to anything, just show up. And if you do it consistently, then they know they can count on you and they will show up for you. Over time, you have to be patient, of course. But yeah. By the way, afterwards I'm going to go over the letters again with a fine brush and some dark purple paint to redefine it. maybe this wasn't the best thing to do a live about. My other parts of the painting are way more dynamic and this is what I'm showing, but I don't know. I was yesterday wondering if it was worth doing lives, and I saw, as an artist, and I saw no one talks about it, so I was like, tomorrow when I sit to paint, I will, because I definitely have my opinions on this. And by the way, I've done lives before. It's been a while, but I have done it before, and I did this little experiment where I would do a live, I think every day for 2 weeks, and see if my followers would go up. I mean, my subscribers. And they did. They would go up, sometimes during the live itself, but sometimes afterwards, like someone would find it afterwards. And it would be an average of like 1 or 2 people per live. And then it started to evolve into like an average of like 3 people per live, and then to 4, but that's kind of where I cut it out and I stopped doing that. But honestly, for a channel that isn't famous at all, so that's more or less what you can count on too. And if you would be more strategic, because at that point my title was paint with me or something like that, just like nothing creative or findable, if that, like searchable. And also I wouldn't talk. I'm not even sure if I had music, because I didn't have the tinnitus then, so I didn't even think about it that much. And yeah, so if it worked then, and I had like a couple of 100 subscribers that were there because my YouTube channel used to be a makeup channel, so it's not like they didn't follow my art. And it worked slowly and increasingly and exponentially, but it worked. So that's yet another reason I do think you should go live. You have nothing to lose. Just remember you're live and don't like fart or something. Also, if you're live and you are checking your numbers, like if someone commented or if someone is watching, don't get discouraged if no one is watching. Like, you can post it afterwards. It doesn't have to be right in the moment. Just put it up there. Leave it for people to find even 10 years from now. That's the whole beauty, or part of the beauty, I should say, of YouTube. So don't even like look at it. Don't get this, like, don't look for things to get disappointed. Look for things to keep going. Be careful about using music with copyrights, by the way. I've definitely done that before. Even if you, I don't know, I used to put like a library. I mean, it's called like copyright-free library thing. And it's a channel in YouTube, and I would put like a whole album and I would paint to it. Assuming like, well, it's copyright-free, it's fine. But then like years later, sometimes, they changed from copyright free to copyrights, I guess, and then your video gets demonetized, if that's the word. But yeah, you can't get money from it anymore. So what I do is I use the actual YouTube library, like what they have there. It's free, you can know for sure, you will have no issues, and you can filter by genre and mood and even artist, or now I have it in classical, but you can be more of like an electronic music person or whatever, and they have everything and the artists are good, so it's definitely worth it. And you can put them in, like, now I just put play and it keeps going. It just shows me everything under that filter, and I think it just stops at like song 30, which is quite some time, and then you can put like next page and keep going. So that would be my recommendation. And also I recommend you not to put music with lyrics, because at least I will be singing, and I even have the microphone that I told you, and I sing horribly, by the way. Like, that is not my thing, and I will be singing too, so I'm glad I have this. I even feel like singing to this, like la 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 la, you know. So imagine if it had lyrics. My coffee, I forgot about it. It's probably all cold now. Not the best multitasker, I'll admit. Another point maybe is that there's less expectations. When something is live, people have like, the standards go down. Like when it's live, you don't have to make 1,000 cuts. If you don't even know how to edit, or you don't like editing, you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to move the camera around and like do all these music, like special effects, or you know, all that stuff. All that pressure goes away when it's live. People know that when it's live, it's probably just one angle. And yeah, there's definitely less expectations, and also there's no editing. So there you go. That's definitely another huge and great reason, especially if you're new and you don't know how to edit yet. Then if you go live, you don't have to worry about that at all. And then you can slowly evolve to that. Maybe you can afterwards download your live video over time and start practicing and editing your lives and stuff like that. But at first, a great way to start, just go live and do what you already do. Yeah, going live is a great introduction to the platform and to making video content. Because really, other than recording it, taking a picture before it starts, there's nothing else you need to do. You know, it's very beginner friendly. And you can start getting used to it and getting comfortable before evolving, you know. Even if you want to, maybe you love the lives, they do good for you, and you stay there. That works too. I'm definitely kind of rushing a little bit because I'm live and I shouldn't. I'm not drinking my coffee. I'm painting more over the lines than I would otherwise, as you can see in the things that I already did. And again, the whole point is not to sacrifice your art. So if you allow me, I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna paint until here, because if I start going here, I'm going to start putting my hand on what I already painted. I'm gonna smudge it. So this part I will have to leave for another day when this is dry. This canvas is absorbing all of my paint, so it's probably gonna be tomorrow. It doesn't take too long for it to dry. Okay, music. So yeah. Even here, actually, I should start from here. I'm gonna smudge. Maybe I shouldn't even get here, but let's see. These are old paintings, by the way. That's why they dry so slowly. I think I already said it were old paintings when I talked about the medium, right? So my plan for these lives, that yes, I plan to continue, just as I'm telling you to do it, I'm telling myself to do it at least weekly. That's my plan. So if you want to join my plan, I would be more than happy. So yeah, as I continue, I plan to improve this music, and also I want to have like topics that I'm gonna talk about and kind of resolve during the video. But I also want to talk about the process itself, like always, and just stuff that is in my mind, and just like talk. I want to have a guide. I definitely talk about that first. I don't want to put that title and then completely disregard it. That would be, I hate when YouTubers do that, so I'm not gonna do that. But I mean, it's still alive. It's not like an answering thing video, so. Maybe I'll even do some research before to have some talking points. That would be the right thing to do, right? Instead of ranting like I'm now. I was just watching a live in YouTube of a painter, old painter too, to get some inspiration, I guess. And he said something like he was doing a landscape with like subtle colors. And he said something like, people that paint with bright colors, anyone can do that, but with subtle colors, that's hard. And it made me feel so bad, because I clearly paint with bright colors, as you can see. And I don't do it because it's easier. I'm not even sure that it is. I do it because, you know, I love it. That's what I like. That's what I would like. That's what I like to see too. It made me feel bad. It made me feel less somehow. And even made me want to work with subtle colors. Just to almost like prove myself. Like it made me feel like maybe I'm less of an artist because I use bright colors. Stupid, I know. I will probably shake it off soon. Just, I don't know. Give me a bad vibe. I don't want to do stuff like that in my life, and maybe you shouldn't either. Like, if you're, for example, he was more of a tutorial life where he teaches and explains his process, and he's like an incredible landscape artist. But like, don't say stuff like, if you're not doing what I'm teaching you here, or artists who don't use these methods, well, that's trash, you know? Or that's easy, this is the real thing. I don't know. If you, dude, that's not the way to go. And honestly, even if you look at the art that is doing well, for the most part, it's not necessarily hard to do. It's not necessarily a subtle color. Landscape is not necessarily anything at all, actually. It's very various. So there you go. And what does well is what has value for people. It's offering some kind of value. Sometimes not the... Well, that's a long thing to discuss, but economy works that way. People are not gonna invest time or money, which is almost the same currency, on something that doesn't provide value to them. So we might agree or disagree with what provides value when it comes to art, because art in particular is very subjective. But whatever is doing good, other than being, I don't know, in the right place, in the right moment, or knowing the right people, is for the most part things that people feel a value from. And that's where, again, you don't want to become an entertainer. I mean, unless you want to make entertaining videos instead. But what you want is to provide value with your art itself and not the videos being entertaining. then live is a good option to put your work out there. Or even provide value with the live itself by showing the world what you do, because there's no tool like you, and the world should have the opportunity to see your process. I'm more about the process than I am about the paintings. I think it used to be a thing where the process was something that you would hide, and the paintings, and well, the art, I keep saying the paintings, but the art used to be like almost like a magic trick that no one should know how you did it. And I think the process is more powerful than doing that. It's kind of selfish at the same time. I don't want this to be too perfect. Like, I don't want to over worry. I used to paint like that, where everything had to be perfectly blended and rendered, and it would take me 1,000 ages. And now, the more I paint, the more loose I get. And especially when it's big paintings, I understand that when you see the overall thing, it makes perfect sense, and it has even more character if it was built that way. I don't know if more character. It has a character that represents me more. Because everything is a character, and whatever way is your way, that's your character, and the character this painting will have. And I don't know, people need different characters anyway. But this is the character I want to evolve to because it represents me more. I think I used to not have this character because I didn't have the technique. You know, it's not because it wasn't my character. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to do this area here. It should be a transition color with some of this pink. Some of this pink, thank you very much, pink. But with some of this tiny bit of purple, which will make it, well, more purple since I'm transitioning to a dark purple value, but also darker because this color is darker than that one. So it's a change in value and in tone too. And there we go, that's different enough for just this part. I'm not gonna go over there, as I said. So from here on, okay, we'll do, no, yes, no, yes, 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 I will. Just this part. If not, later it's going to be harder to blend and to get the same tone again. Okay, I'm gonna need some of the pink so I can blend this before it dries. And then when I go to that part, it will already have the pink there that I can continue with. You know what I mean? And then this little piece too. Perfect. I'll take it from there. I'll keep here. Here. I like this song, finally. More coffee, because it's cold. Go. And now, oh fuck. Oh, sorry. That also will get you demonetized. And you will F up your painting or work for sure at some point. Your reaction has to be polite. Does talking out the algorithm get you demonetized? I wonder. In that case, this video is already... doesn't matter. Not what I'm here for. Yeah. Oops, sorry, I shouted. But that's it for that tone. That was a transitional tone. So now I'm gonna make a quite darker and way more purple value here, mixing the same pink. If I mix the same pink, then it will make sense that it's a transition, you know? If you use the same colors to mix in new colors, you make sure they will belong together, if that makes any sense. And now I'm trying to get that tone. So I think we're quite close. And some more of this pink. Let me see. That's close enough. Let's go. feel like this should be more blended here. So I'm gonna grab, after defining this line, because this part shouldn't be blended. So some edges have to be more sharp, and I think this highlight here, the pink one, should be more sharp. So I'm going to try to do like a straight, well, not straight, but you know what I mean, like a clean line. By the way, if you couldn't tell, my English is not my first language, so sometimes I take some time to find my words. I'm not it's not intellectual deficiency. All right, so that edge is sharp, but the edge over here, I would like it to be more blended. So I'm gonna grab some of the pink and put it on the edge so that they blend a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect, because again, from the distance, it will be good enough, like in the totality of the artwork. Like you're only seeing a tiny piece in this live. Yeah, that's good enough. Let me see how you see it. Do you agree? Well, almost in an hour, people. It's too smudged, I think. Comes too low. Shit, I painted over the letters again. Alright. Maybe not that smudged. Another reason to make lives is that people will see your mistakes, and there's nothing better than learning from mistakes, right? So people will get to learn from your mistakes. That's when that's when I told you music gets to its maximum. So it's about an hour. I think most lives are less than an hour, so I think YouTube's audio library, it's a good idea. Another reason why he has to go live, it's a great way to like archive your process with like date and everything in real time in a place where it will be forever without you to even have the space in your computer or anything, because this would be a very long video to have in your phone or computer. So it would be archived in YouTube, even if it's just for you to keep. You want to see your progress at some point, or I don't know, you know how like football players or sport people look at their games in real time afterwards to see their movements, to learn from what they do. It's pretty different when you're doing it than looking at it without doing it after some time, and you can learn from how you do things and how you can improve. So that's another great reason, in my opinion, to do lives. Yeah, I think that's all the classical music they have. So let's put everything they have now. I thought they would have more classical, right? Well, this is pop now. At least that's how they're classified it. Honestly, I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't use it for my videos, but for a live, it works. I think I motivated myself with all this why you should do lives thing, which I think the conclusion we shall agree is yes. And I might go live on Instagram tomorrow. I've always wanted to try Twitch. Have you guys tried that? It's just that I'm not sure it would work for like traditional art. I don't think it's there. I mean, my art is not traditional in the style way, like it's more digital in their style way, but it's traditional mediums for sure. So I wonder if it would be something. I want to finish this part with you, and then I'll keep painting out of the live. Pew, pew. Nah. Yeah, like finish this with you guys, like this part of her head, because this is the head. And then I'll keep painting on my own. I need to go make coffee anyways, and I can't leave you waiting, can I? Bam, bitty, boom, bitty, boom. I told you guys that's the problem. With classical, I felt less tempted to use stupid. I really wonder how you hear me, if you hear me, and how do you hear the music, since I have the microphone. I hear it super loud, and I have no idea if you, like, I have no idea. Once I do my lives more often, I'm gonna start understanding. More coffee. Another point, actually, why you should do lives. I feel like in lives your personality come out more. Like when you do a planned edited video, you probably have like a script or at least talking points, and you go and you just say that, or even if it's a time lapse, then you don't say anything, and it's more polished, and therefore it's less authentic, and therefore it's less you. And yeah, polished is nice. There's nothing to say about authentic too, and I think that's why also live is doing so good nowadays. Like people are really liking seeing live stuff instead of like polished, edited, finished stuff, you know? This is another of the parts where I don't want any blending, just clean edge. Clean edge. And this is why I like painting on wood more than I like painting on canvas. For some reason I went back to canvas for this painting in particular because I wanted to kind of, it's been a while since I painted on a canvas and I was like, why didn't I like it? Let me try it again. Like, after all, that's what most artists do. And then I was like, oh yeah, this is why. So it's a no for me. You can get cleaner lines on a smooth surface, aka a wood. But again, it's my art style. I can perfectly see how with other art styles, this texture gives it more life, you know? I also push with, like, I don't paint like these, like you would see. So I push against this. And of course, a wood has more resistance than this. That, as you can see, it moves like this for me to do that. As I said, I will come back to clean the letters here. That's why I'm just like blending on top of them, because I know I'll come back to refine them. Is this close enough? Can you please, if someone is watching this, can you please let me know if this is close enough or if this should be way closer? Because I'm looking at it closer than you guys are, and I wonder if that's what you need. Oh shit, my iPad has low battery. No bueno. I'm actually not even looking at a reference right now, so it doesn't matter. Still, I have this cable here. I could just charge it. Charging, perfect. My goal is to paint 3 hours a day, so I used to be painting more before, but I've gone through some health issues and my family's here. And I have to, you know, edit videos and create prints, and all that other side of the business, like the social media, and then leave, you know. So clean my apartment, exercise, read, journal, shower, make my bed, eat, cook, see my family. So at this point, 3 hours is enough. Okay guys, I think I wanna cut the live around here, unless I just make you guys wait while I make another coffee, but I really need another cup of coffee. What do you think? Since I don't have too many talking points of what we were discussing today, I think I'm gonna leave the live here. I'm gonna show you though my setup and the rest of the painting, since you might be interested in it. Let me move back. This is how the whole painting is looking so far. So now you probably can see that you were looking at the head. This is how the painting mixing goes today. There's going to be a lot more colors. This is how it finished yesterday. So yeah, you can see that. And yeah, I need more coffee. Say hi to the water. And sketchbook. And you know, yeah, see you on the next one. I hope you appreciate it. That's the music there that I was talking about too. And yeah, bye guys, thank you for watching.